Thanks for logging in and getting the time to watch this tutorial. This is very famous project, weather app, if you are learning JavaScript. So this is the good start, and this is very important project in learning JavaScript. Basically, it's fetch an API and it fetch live data from the server and show that on the page. So if this one I search London, and you can see it is fetching London GB along with an icon and the temperature, weather, and this one. Let me go to the sunny Dubai. So that will show that it's nice and sunny, 29-degree, beautiful weather. So if I go to any New York, just to give you different places, so it's fetching from all over the world. So that's the target of this tutorial, and see how we can achieve this. So let's jump straight into the project. So first of all, we'll start with the HTML. So HTML will be very basic. Main container, so that they will cover everything inside, and then there will be container, and then top two classes, and there will be h1 with the weather app. So that will be if I save this, let me open that again. Live server, yeah, that's there. So then there will be a form action. We can leave it empty on submit. On submit, it will return, and it will say false. And inside a form there will be an input, and that will be text, and we'll give a class search, so we can style it in the CSS placeholder. Search by city name. Yeah, you can see the search bar in there, and then there will be a submit button next to it. Button type will be submit, and we will class of btn, and that will be submit. Yeah, you can see that there. And then there will be a p tag. So that's just, I'm gonna put a placeholder text in there, class of error. So if you just scribble that, I mean this one, it will say that no, this is not a real city name, please enter a proper city name. So to show that, we'll just need a p, where we will populate it with the help of JavaScript. So for time being, I'm gonna say that enter a valid city name. So that one, but we'll play with it in JavaScript. And then there will be another section, and then there's a container, and there will be a div with the class of icon, and there will be image, basically that image there. So we will add them dynamically with the help of JavaScript, and we're just gonna give it a class of weather icon, and we'll deal with it at a later stage. And then there will be another div with the help of with the class name of location, and there will be another further 3 divs. Those one there, 1 2 3. First we're targeting these 2 section at top. So location will be a div called city, New York. This is just a placeholder, but we're gonna populate this later with the help of JavaScript. So I'm gonna dupe that one more time and say today is Monday, November 27, 2023. So that's our format where we will just update the date, and then we will put another div with the class name of current, and that will hold basically 3 things. Those are the one, temperature, weather, and temperature range. So then there will be class of temp, and there will be temperature 25, and will be a span, and span degree symbol. You can find it, that one there, just copy that. So if you press Alt plus 0176, that will give you a symbol, but I'm just gonna copy that from there and paste in there. So span C, yeah, okay, you can see that in there. Okay, so let's copy that 2 more time, and we don't need the span anymore. And there will be weather, sunny, okay, let's keep it as capital, and then there will be temperature range 10 degrees Celsius, to let's say 20 degree. It's just a placeholder, they're gonna be updated dynamically. So that's it. That's our HTML. I'm gonna fast forward it to what you call that, style.css. I'm gonna copy and paste from my file because I'm not gonna spend time on it. You can just pause it, or I can give you the link, you can download it and paste in there, because it takes a lot of time, and this tutorial is about basically JavaScript. So that's what I have done. Let me take you through this one: universal, padding 0, margin 0, box sizing. This is body thing, which is this background there, you can see those colors, and container width 85%, margin 0, auto to keep it in the center, main container, which is this one. So give the background, I just copied this background image from online. You can find the one you like, not necessarily you need this one, and set the no repeat and keep it center. Okay, and main container before, this is just to make it light. If I just keep it, and you can see that it's not making much difference. Top text align, so center, that one there, weather app, H1, input buttons. So that's all styling. You can just pause it and type it. It's good practice to do it. Basically I love doing CSS, but yeah, again, it's all about script.jss. So let's straight jump into the script.js and see how we can achieve this one. So first of all, you need an API. So for that, you can go to weather API, and you can get the weather API from Open Weather. So you have to have your account. I'm gonna log in with my email ID. Yeah, so if you go to your name and say that my API key, I copy this my API key, or you can copy anyone, and then you go to the API and say that okay, current weather data API docs, and copy this one. So basically we don't need that full API key and latitude and longitude. We just need the weather. You can copy from there and paste in there. So I have done this basically, so I'm gonna copy from my previous one because I know it's working. If it's not, then you need to go back and get another API. So that's my API basically. Okay, so I will go back, and that's my weather app. Yeah, so let's say London. It's not giving us anything yet. So this is what we're gonna achieve. So we created an API const. Well, this is API key, and this is the base link, which one I have showed you on current weather. So then let's create variables first. Const search equal document dot query selector, and that will be dot search. That one there, basically search is the main part here because we're gonna get this data and act on that. And then there will be const btn equal document dot query selector, and that's again gonna be class of btn. So button, we're gonna add an event listener, and event listener will be click, and once it's get input, once it's clicked, it will trigger this function which we haven't created yet. We're going to create in the later stage. So right after that, so let's do the create that function, get input, and parameter will be event, and that will be event dot prevent default. So why we do this prevent default? Because it's a form or button, it's gonna refresh automatically, which we don't want it to be. Once we are done with the naming and everything of the city, then we want it to refresh. So that's why we prevent it. And then there will be if event dot type equal click, and then what we want to do it get data from search dot value. So the one get input is basically this one. As soon you type on it and it's clicked, this one will get data search dot value. So from there, from search bar, that will get the value of the text. So that's another, we have used another get data, so we need to still create this function. So let's create this function. get data, and that will be city. And city, basically we set the search by city name, so let's find it London. So that's the data it wants, actually, city. And then there will be fetch, and then fetch will be backticks. Okay, backticks, and then there will be a $sign and curly braces, which is JavaScript identifier. So API.base, so that one there we are calling it here, and then question mark q equal again $sign and curly braces, and inside curly braces city, then and ampersand units equal matrix and ampersand appid equal $sign curly braces API dot key. So yeah, that will fetch there. And then so once you get the data from the API base city and API key, what we want to do is then response, and there will be an arrow function, return response.json, and that's a function. Okay, yeah, that's done. And then we will say then display data. So how we can display this data? So we're nearly done. We have done everything which we need, and then inspect element console, display data. That's obviously yeah, we haven't done this. And what else? Get data, search dot value, HTML button element dot get element 15, get data search dot value. Yeah, we'll come back to it. It's going to be a few errors here we haven't done yet. Complete, get this one back, and then function display data, and there will be response if response dot code equal 404, then const error equal document dot query selector dot error. Yeah, that one there, when we spoke about it, this one there, let's close it because it keep giving us error. That one there, placeholder. So we are fetching that now, keep me in the middle, and then error dot text content equal, this will say please enter a valid city name. Let's see if it's updating. No, it's not. Okay, cool. We're not expecting it to act now, but it will. Else, so else we want const city equal document dot query selector, and query selector is dot city, which is this one there. So once you cache the city dot inner HTML, no, inner text, city dot inner text equal, that will be again backticks, and that will be $, and identifier response dot name, then we'll put comma, again $, curly braces, response dot sys dot country. Okay, cool. Const today, which is this one there. Before we inner text city, we target this city. I can show you, this one is city class, and there will be not city, we will say the date class. And these one we haven't changed, there is classes as well, that's temperature, but it should be weather, and this will be temp dash range. So today equal new date, so we'll get the new date. Const date equal document dot query selector, and the query selector will be dot date, and then date dot inner text, and that will be equal to again date function, and that will be today. Cool. Then temperature, that one there, const temp equal document dot query selector, and the query selector will be this one is dot temp, we just recently changed it, that one there, and then again same, we can copy this one and paste in there. Apparently let's do it, not to get confused, because changing is always difficult, so always good to keep it fresh. Temp dot inner HTML equal, that will be backtick $, first temperature, we want to update this one as well. We don't want to leave it, or we can leave it, but anyways, math dot round response dot main dot top temp, and then again span and that will be Celsius. We're gonna copy that from there and paste in there. Cool. And then there will be const weather equal document dot query selector, and that will be weather, and then weather dot inner HTML, backticks, and that will be weather $sign response dot weather response dot weather. That one will be 0 dot main. Close this, and then will be temp range const temp equal document dot query selector, and that will be temp dash range, and then temp range dot inner text equal backticks temperature range, and that will be again $sign and curly braces, math dot round response dot main dot temp underscore minimum, and then we will copy this Celsius sign, we paste it in there, in here, and then forward slash, and that will be again, let's copy this, the whole thing, paste in there. That will be temp max, and then again the Celsius sign outside of curly braces, view word wrap, so we can see the whole text. And now there will be const weather icon equal document dot query selector weather dash icon, yeah, it's changing there. Monday 27. Let me delete this placeholder let's say make this 124, 128, 25, so we can see whether it's working or no. Yeah, it's picking up this one, but it's not updating. We'll come back to it in a minute. Weather icon, and the weather icon will be const icon URL. They are live. They will come from the website weather.com. so I'm gonna copy and paste in there. You can follow the same structure, and then weather dot icon dot source equal icon URL plus response dot weather 0 dot icon plus dot png. That will update the weather icon. Okay, so now we need to create a date function, which is our last function. We nearly did. I know sometimes it's a bit boring, but that's how we learn it, with the passion and patience. So function date function, the parameter will be d, and then const months. I have created them already. I'm not gonna spend, it's apparently just initials, and then there will be another const days equal, again I'm gonna copy and paste to make it faster. You can pause and create it. Const day equal days d dot get date, and that's a function. Yeah, and then there will be const date equal d dot get date and st, and then there will be const month equal months d dot get month, and then there will be const year equal d dot get full year. And then we need to return them, return backticks, and there will be dollar this one, and then comma. I'm gonna copy that to keep in the clipboard and say day, and that will be date, and that will be month, that will be year. So this should work apparently. If not, then we'll see where we have done blunder. If not, then moment of truth. Okay, so undefined, temperature 283, rain 281. Okay, that's interesting where this 2 is coming from. 283. So let me see that Celsius is basically giving us Fahrenheit, enter a valid city name, inspect console. So that one, icon.png. okay, that's what we have done here. Icon URL, so that's not where the dot icon. Submit, still error. So that will be weather icon dot source equal icon URL plus response dot weather 0 dot icon plus png. Okay, so we're gonna do that search dot value. So this one will be empty string, which mean this one, after you search it, this will keep it empty. But there is a problem. So that will be equal to, yeah, that's undefined weather date days dot d dot get day. Okay, that's not a date, it's a day. See, it's getting now. Let's see, we make it Luton. Yeah, it's Monday 27 November and it's drizzling. Temperature is in Fahrenheit, but we need to change it to Celsius. Is showing 280, 278. That's not how we want it. But let's say Paris. I think our conversion is not working, so let's see what's the problem. This one is converting units, so units straight away is units. Let's see if it's working or not. No, it's still, so matrix, no, metric. So let's see if this will solve our problem. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. It's 10 degrees in London now. Okay, so we don't want this one there. Let's get rid of this placeholder in there. So why we need this one? Let's say London, a spelling error there, double N, and it will show that. Then it will say that, okay, please enter a valid city name. Paris. Yeah, double S, it says typo error, and then it will say Paris. That's fine. Paris, France. Yeah, so that's one. London. Yeah, it's giving us icon. Nothing wrong with it. Let's see, London or Paris. Paris, that one. Then it will say please enter a valid city name. So that's the weather app, and fetching API and data, and then displaying the data. So that's basically one function, get the input value and then get the fetch API, and then response as a JSON, and then display data. That's the main thing you need to learn. And then this is a simple DOM manipulation. If your city, which is this one, you get the city and then change the text to whatever is coming from the API or from the search. the one response is this one. So whatever the response is coming, you will say then in response the name of the city and the country. So that's very 1 2 3 4 whatever these steps are. They are 1 2 3 4 5 6 whatever these steps are. So that's just DOM manipulation, and this is to get the date. So it seems lengthy and long, but it's very simple. You need practice, and let me know how did you find it. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.